If you just now tuning in, hit the like, hit the subscribe, and hit the bell. GMS fam, the green room. Let's talk about it. Hey, yo, GMS fam, the green room. What's going on, everybody? It is hot in Minnesota. Do you hear me? It is hot. The heat index is crazy. Humidity. Oh my God, it's like 100 degrees. For the people that think that all Minnesota does is be cold and go through treacherous winters, you are mistaken. Minnesota has some of the best winters of all time. See, the heat got me delusional. The best summers of all time. That's right. If you ever came to Minnesota in the summertime, just know that you will enjoy yourself, man. It doesn't just snow and get cold here. It be getting as hot as places like Florida, Arizona, California. And it's just a beautiful place, man. It's so beautiful here in the summer. I love it. I just wish that I could buy another property somewhere in a very warm place so that we could not have to deal with such treacherous coldness. You know, it stays cold and snows for like 6 months out of the year, basically. And it gets super cold, negative degrees. You know, sometimes negative 17, negative 20. It's crazy. But gotta love summertime, man. Shout out GMS family green room. I see you, Hurricane JW. Salute to you, brother. Hitman is in the building. I see you. Tremaine from SAC, what's going on, man? He said, I'm ready to be entertained, GMS. Anyway, I wouldn't let Luenell talk to me like that. Uh-oh. That's right. We are going to speak on Luenell. Wilt Stumbler, what's going on, Wilt? Glittery Bubbles is in the building. What's going on? Slim Forever. Jack Jones. He said it's hot everywhere right now, fam. Yes, it is. I ain't gonna lie. It's hot everywhere. It is hot everywhere. Jason, what's going on? Jason Rex. Look, man, this is the biggest, and that's the thing. I don't mean to isolate Minnesota. Like Minnesota is like just the only hot place. It's hot everywhere. And a lot of those things have to do with environmental changes and us allowing our government to play in our faces. For those of you that don't believe in climate change or believe in global warming, things like that, there's no need to sit back and convince you. Just go the fuck outside. Just go pay attention to the weather. How about that? I don't think that's something that we need to debate like it's some conspiracy that we can't see, like niggas on the Epstein files and shit. No. This is really happening on an everyday basis and is affecting everybody's lives, man, especially them data centers, man. Them data centers is what's killing. They talking about in just a few short years, we are going to be out of clean water, drinking water. Think about that. And before I get into the BS, you know what I'm saying, that we're going to get to in a minute, I just want to say some real shit for y'all. Before this earth, this living big organism in the solar system, before that allows us to destroy it, it is going to destroy us. So I need y'all to keep that in mind next time you think about global warming, or if it's real or not, or if we need to take care of this place or contribute, even contributing to some things. Like with AI, I started to use AI tools, like not like in the way where I was using it for like to write stuff or anything like that, but like making thumbnails and stuff like that. And then I stopped, as you can see. Go to my page, man. I'm not using AI thumbnails no more. As soon as I found out that the AI data centers were connected to how much good water that is being used for this bullshit, I stopped it. Just don't contribute, man. If you give a damn, don't contribute. All right. We were totally fine without. Imagine the things that we were doing already without AI. And imagine the things that AI is going to try to replicate that it cannot do, that humans can do. I want y'all to remember that humans are still the most unique beings in the universe. The lazier we get, the more we are going to get this place X'd out of existence. So please remember that, man. Please remember that. Now that we got that out the way, let's talk about it, man. Luenell was a guest on Dee Dee in the morning, and things got a little bit hostile, if you will. So when she showed up, she was visibly angry, visibly irritated by the fact that this radio station did not mention her. They didn't talk about her before she got there. She was only a few minutes away, and she was just waiting. She had the radio turned on, listening, like maybe they'll mention me when I'm about to walk up to the door. Nope, that did not happen. She did not get mentioned. She did not get talked about. None of the things that she had prepared for that weekend where she was, nothing was mentioned. And she obviously felt some type of way. She went on the radio show and decided to confront these people live on air. Things got a little awkward. Things got a little hostile. There was a little back and forth, just a little bit. But at the end, Luenell apologized. She understood that she came in a little foul. And I believe that this will, be a learning lesson, not just for Luenell, but also the radio station. Because although I believe that Luenell was being a little rude, you know what I'm saying? She did also, at the same time, two things can be true. Her delivery was off. Her delivery was a little off. I get, the work you put in, the things that you've done in the culture, the things that you've done in your space when it comes to comedy and entertainment, and being in this game for so long, you would expect certain things to happen that need to happen, as far as like when people bring you up at the things that you're going to be doing, or the shows that you have, things like that. The delivery was off, but I understood how she felt. Now, there's a lot of people that chimed in. I've been seeing this is really one of those instances, because we have rare instances in society, because a lot of people like to lean one way or lean the other. It's like, even if you have opposing people, it's not that many people on the opposing side, or vice versa. You know what I'm saying? It's never an even scale. And what I've been saying is an even scale of people not liking what she did, and an even scale of people that did appreciate what she did and like what she did and didn't have a problem with it at all. But we're going to get to that in a second. Let's go through this, man. Let's go through this. I really think that this was one of those situations where we can analyze this for both sides. All right. Let's take a listen to this. And that's another thing. Only putting out, the 2.5 minute clip of their confrontation, but not actually putting out the video or a clip of them piecing it up and her apologizing is another reason why this internet is a dangerous place, because I think in the same way you try to go viral for some negative shit, you should try to go viral for some positive shit. The same way, you know what I mean? That's how I feel. But let's play this.
It's Dee Dee in the morning. Everybody is here. Jay Cruz, Trey G, and comedian JJ Williamson. Guess what? JJ done brought in a friend now. Hey, all these comedians, they have a fraternity. It's crazy to me when they all be coming in here. You got another one.
They the new laughter.
Okay. This woman's going to be at the Arlington Improv all weekend long. Please clap it up for comedian Luenell.
All right.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Look at Luenell coming in here looking good.
Shine.
Yeah, you know what? So I have this thing that I do when I'm on my way to the station. I be listening, right? And so one of y'all said, "What's going on this weekend?" And it was T.I. and all this. And nobody mentioned me, and I'm on my way here. 6 o'clock in the morning.
No.
T.I.'s not down there.
Okay.
I'm on my way here.
You know what? You're right.
You guys didn't even mention me.
Okay.
Sure.
Well, probably because you know why?
Probably because what?
You getting ready to take over the whole hour.
Yeah.
That's what
we don't need
saying.
we don't need no one mention.
No, but why wouldn't you have said that I'm here? I'm on my way here.
Yeah.
It's 6 o'clock in the morning, 3 o'clock in my body from the West Coast.
Yeah.
I'm the one who came and sitting in the traffic. You think I wasn't listening before I got here?
Oh, I don't know.
Why would you guys not mention that I'm in town and on my way here?
She honestly looked like she wanted to cry a little bit when she first mentioned that. I'm not even gonna lie. When she first said, "Why wouldn't y'all mention me?" It looked like she was about to get really emotional. And me being somebody that be analyzing folks and be paying attention to body language, facial expressions, tone of voice, all that stuff, it looked like she was on the verge of really kind of almost breaking down. And it's something deeper than that. I think she is in a space where she understands her value when it comes to being a legend in the comedy space and entertainment, but also realizing that she probably doesn't feel like she gets the recognition she deserves for being in this game so long and putting in so much work, and still to this day being in her 60s, I believe, and still traveling and touring and doing all these, things. So it looked like she was very bothered, and she might have been taking this out, more of her frustration, on other things that combined with this on this specific radio station.
I feel like it would be a better conversation if we had it with you, though.
Is that what you feel?
Yeah.
So does this feel better?
Yes.
It doesn't now. It don't.
Right, it doesn't.
Yeah, it don't now, but it could
have
have.
a whole new, different attitude.
Yeah.
Until I listened to y'all say, they said, "What's going on this weekend?"
Sure.
And nobody said, "Well, Luenell's on her way here."
Yeah.
And she's
Sure.
going on this weekend.
Yeah.
So
We apologize for that. Luenell, we apologize for
I'll
that.
accept your apology, but it sucks.
I know it does, but guess what else is getting ready to go down? So we're going to do this interview right here with you, and it's going to play here in Dallas. And then
nobody said you bra straps or Luenell and that.
Yeah,
I was about to say
mine
this,
is.
bro.
Okay.
I didn't know.
Y'all just don't care. Huh?
So, but let me just
think
say
you look
this.
great.
We will definitely make sure you're promoted all weekend long for our rest of our 90 cities around the country.
I
How's
guess
that?
I must have paid for the
He didn't pay for nothing.
ad, right? Oh, but he didn't pay.
No.
Like I didn't pay.
Right.
Right.
But I'm here at 6 and 1.
Yeah.
I ain't here.
I know.
Yeah.
Yeah. But he was here yesterday. Okay, I'm lying. But listen, Luenell. All right, let's talk about you. Let's talk about what's going on with you. First of all.
Now, shout out to Dee Dee, because she was trying to be as professional as possible and keep the room as lighthearted as can be, because I can tell she could tell that things might have been going left because Luenell really isn't there to mess around or play around or really give the jokes, and you're there to promote comedy. So Dee Dee had to figure out, how can we keep this going? But Luenell was not trying to shift moods.
I mean, you're happy you're in a relationship, right?
Is that what we're talking about this morning?
I'm just going to talk about what you want to talk about.
Yeah, whatever you want to talk about.
I'll tell you what we're going to do.
What you want to talk
the
about?
shows that I'm here to promote.
I'm sorry.
I would really like to talk about the shows.
Okay, I'll tell you what. We'll give you the floor. You go right on ahead and promote.
I just want to do my job. Mm-hmm. My job was to come here and talk about the shows this weekend. Yeah. And I've already done one.
Okay.
Right.
Which was last night.
How'd it go?
It went amazing.
Cool.
They always show it from here in Texas. And I got family here. They could be here in 5 minutes. If I said that.
Not the threat.
Yeah.
Did.
Well, y'all got family here. Yeah, we stay here.
I got family in the room.
No,
I got family in the room.
I do too.
No, we not doing that. We not doing that.
We all got family. We from here.
Okay, Luenell.
Yeah.
Luenell.
We not doing that.
Luenell, listen. You're one of my favorite. I remember going
out of pocket. Now, please let me know what this interaction, anything that happened, caused for her to speak on the people she knows in Texas and how they could be up there in a few minutes. How does them not mention? Now, that's the part where I really don't agree with Luenell and where it seems like she just, I don't know what her intention was. Man, there are some people who, when they get into it with people and they realize that these people aren't trying to be confrontational, some people have the sense of, okay, you know what? Let me bring this down a little bit. They're not trying to go back and forth. They're not really trying to go at it. Let me just bring this down. And there's some people like, oh, yeah, they backing down. Let me go ahead and keep pumping my chest and keep letting my nuts hang so I can keep looking like somebody that's checking the room. And she ended up getting some of that energy back because at the end of the day, fuck all that celebrity shit. Fuck all that legend shit. Fuck all the how long you've been in the industry. You're not finna come up here and threaten people on this show where they come there every morning and put in work and you just here this morning to promote the shows you're doing this weekend. I'm not finna sit up here and have you sit up and talk to me crazy just because you are Luenell. Fuck that shit. You got family, I got family here too. And for people that be thinking that they got more connections in places they don't live, you better be on some kingpin status where you actually shoveling out bread to people. Because at the end of the day, a lot of people ain't going to be that loyal to you only when they see you. That's what people forget. A lot of people in positions forget that if you not feeding these people, there's one thing they forget. If you're not feeding these people or looking out for these people financially, their loyalty for you only goes so far. Now, I know people probably love Luenell and she's probably done things for people or been there for people to where they pull up, but never underestimate somebody who lives where you're visiting. All right? Never try to act that tough.
One of your shows, you had all your family there, and I thought that was a beautiful thing. But I'm going to be honest with you. We apologize that we did not promote you. But like I said, we will be promoting you all over the country all weekend long because it's going to play on our national show on the 90 cities starting on Monday. So we will definitely promote. Now, is there another
Monday,
show?
I'll be in another state.
That's what I was getting ready to say. We have 90 cities. Which city are you going to be in? Maybe we're in that one.
Oh my God, let's start over.
Yeah, because I'm trying to make you happy. I don't know what happened here.
You didn't get no advance. You don't know about my residency every Sunday and Monday in Vegas?
Okay, yeah, they just told me about it right now.
Because it's been for the last 7 years.
Yes, since 2020.
JJ. Okay. Yeah.
Yes, indeed.
Okay, so people of the radio, listening audience, this is me, Luenell, the original bad girl of comedy.
Come on.
I have an attitude. I got butthurt about not being promoted before I got here. You never know what people are saying about you when you're not in the room.
Sure.
Apparently that was nothing. And I felt some type of way about it. I came in here with an attitude and I'm hurt. But I'm here now. And I just want you guys to come out and see me this weekend
100%.
at the Arlington Improv. I have 2 shows tonight, 2 shows tomorrow night. And I did one last night already. And I'm always happy to play anywhere in Texas because I have so much family here, as do you.
Big face. Yeah, big face. A lot of love for everybody in this room in the city. Yes, indeed.
Okay.
We got a lot of love in this room.
So, Luenell, are you going to be mad the whole interview?
I might.
Oh,
It's
come
early.
on.
I feel like that's part of your act a little bit. Is that part of your act a little bit?
You guys know it's not at all.
Okay.
You guys work in the morning. I work at night.
No.
You know, we're sleep deprived. We go through delays, luggages, and all that type of stuff.
You look great,
And when
though.
we get up, of course I do. When
That's
we
right.
get up in the morning to come here, I want to have a beautiful experience. And I got my fucking, excuse me, bleep.
Now, you all
I'm
right?
not
We
trying to get
recorded.
you a fine. But I got
We
my
recorded.
feelings hurt. And it's, like, get over it. It's like, fix it.
Yeah, and that's what I'm trying to do. I'm telling you that what we're getting ready to do going forward, I've apologized. I'm trying to figure out what else you want me to do. I'm trying to figure that out.
Okay, well, Let's just talk about me.
Okay.
Girl, what's your Instagram?
No, all right. So let's start this all over. Hi, Luenell. It's good to see you.
Hi, Diddy in the morning. Oh, Dee Dee, I'm sorry, my bad.
It's okay.
Now
Diddy is first in the morning.
First thing, shot first. Yeah, right.
Roll call.
And he probably ain't got nothing else to do but listen.
Okay, y'all.
Right. Every guy on the radio, he got his commissary.
Yeah, 100%.
Okay.
How you know?
Been there, done that.
Really?
Okay.
You been to his parties back in the day?
No
I went
jail.
to a Diddy party.
Did you?
Now, whoa! I went to a Diddy party. Should we stop the video there? Holy, whoa! Hey, I think it's not an indictment, man. I hate that people be indicting people for being at a Diddy party, and we are very clear now that we know that there are two different versions of Diddy parties. All right. Now that there's actual, and I know I'm sidestepping, but now that there's actual video evidence out there in the world, I think it's safe to say that there were two versions of Diddy parties. You wanted to be at the first one. Didn't want to be at the second. That's all I got to say. Now, this interaction, as they continue to go on, Luenell apologized. They got to a much more clearer space. Cooler heads prevailed. She understood the situation and they tried to move forward. Now, like I said, a lot of people had mixed feelings about this. It was a very balanced reaction as far as people thinking that she was wrong, people that she was thinking that thought that she was right about the situation. Now, I see some of the comments down here. If you guys can see, let me see if I can pull these up for you. Make these a little clearer. If you guys can see it on the screen, let me know. But there's some comments down here under the video, under Dee Dee in the morning's YouTube video. They said definitely a teachable moment that whoever kept ad-libbing in the background didn't deserve because he missed it. Oh, go off, Luenell. Yes, I agree. Shows you how much they respect and pay attention. Luenell wasn't playing that morning. She stood on business. Can't be mad at her. They didn't even mention she was even coming to the station ahead of her popping up to the station. Now that to me, we're talking about now we're talking about proper radio etiquette, because when I used to listen to the radio avidly and people were in town, the radio station would let it be known that this person was in town and they were in. If they were coming to the radio station, they definitely was saying that they were on the way to the station for an interview because they wanted as many people to be tuned in as possible. To not be mentioned at all when you're on your way there, and like think about it. Like think about the people that were listening to Dee Dee in the morning and they were like, "Oh, we have Luenell here. She's in the radio." So like people are like, "Oh shit, I didn't know Luenell was here." That's what Luenell is trying to prevent from happening. That's also part of building the anticipation for her shows and getting people to come out and getting people excited to hear her. She would have came in on a different wavelength if that was to happen. She probably would have had some funny shit to say. It probably would have been more of an interesting interaction or interview that they had. But of course, you can tell she felt slighted. Now, a couple more people had some things. They're very much on Luenell's side in the comments, with a couple people disagreeing. But I just want to say that this turned into a moment that brought a lot of people out to question Luenell and her intentions that day. One of those people happened to be Corey Holcomb. Now, Corey has said some things about Luenell in the past, but he's never went all the way out there. He's done an impression a couple times. Like he's tried to keep it. He's tried to keep it civil a little bit, even though he's had some critiques and some things to say. But last night, Corey said, "I need to take the gloves off." And that's exactly what he did. And the reason why he did wasn't because of her interaction with Dee Dee in the morning, who Corey has a lot of respect for. He says this came after he got a phone call from somebody who let him know that Luenell didn't really care for him that much. And then he had that person call in. I just want to make it very clear that the things that Corey does on his show, if anybody did the same thing and it was like aimed towards him, that would be looked at as hoe shit or bitch ass shit or whatever the case may be. But something you could have probably hit Luenell about personally after hearing something like that to verify? No, Corey is very much so the type where if anybody calls him and just tells him something, he'll run with it. And to me, as he's a self-proclaimed alpha male, it's not no alpha male shit. See, in my opinion, think an alpha male would hear something like that and first and foremost tell somebody, hey man, don't be, if it's true, just let me know to get in contact with her. Don't call me on you know what Luenell said about you. Nah. You let me know, hey, some things were said. You might want to reach out to Luenell and see what the issues are. Do you think he did that? No. And of course, he always has to find that little wedge, the little opening in the door to go ahead and go off on people just to feel justified. Excuse me. Now, I do think that if Luenell says some things about Corey behind his back, then I mean he has every right to feel how he feels if it's true, if it's verified. But also, I think his favorite thing to do is to bring it to his show because of the fact that he's trying to be this character, so to speak. And being that character, it's kind of been a detriment to him and his reputation as of late, because I think a lot of people are starting to see through that character because of how many times it's been, proven that he doesn't really stand on a lot of business. But before we get to that, I want to play y'all the response that Dee Dee had. Dee Dee saw that the video was going viral, and she decided to respond to it because she was probably getting flooded in her comments and people probably talking crazy about her. And that's the one thing about being somebody, especially when you're known locally, but not not outside of your region. People are going to assume that you're a certain type of way. And I could tell that the way that she was reacting off top would make people think that she was trying to be dismissive, or if she was like intimidated or whatever the case may be. But really, she was just trying to maintain doing her job and trying to create an atmosphere where they can come to a very positive place during the interview. And that didn't really happen for the first 5 minutes. So she had to respond and kind of bring up what happened. Here you go.
She said she has allergies. I said, okay. I was like, hey, good to see you. We've interviewed her many times before. She's one of my favorites. So I was wanting the funny because I think she's hilarious. I like how raw she is. So I'm like, hey, so no hug, right? So then it was like, she was mad over a 2-minute shout out that happened an hour prior. And how that went down was I just said to Trey, what you got going this weekend? He says T.I.'s in town. I'm going to go see him probably. I'm like, oh, is he going to be with the orchestra? No, he was at Essence with the orchestra, I said, just last week. Then J. Cruz says he's hosting something. 2 minutes. It was just a quick shout out before the Mad Minute. An hour later, here comes Luenell. And she was like, you didn't shout me out. And I'm like, but we're going to do a whole 20-30 minute interview. You're going to take up our whole hour. We're going to promote you all weekend, even running on Monday on our national show with all these cities, right? So I'm like, what do you care about a local shout out? The shout out was just for Dallas only, the shout out about T.I. But I'm like, hey, I'm about to be putting you on the national on Monday, promote you all weekend. And I kept saying, I apologize. I apologize 4, 5, 6 times. It wasn't enough. That's when Trey kind of started getting mad. And as Trey said, come on, it got disrespectful. So I finally said, what can I do for you, sweetie? What can I do? How can I make you happy? I've apologized. I told you I'm going to do this. What can I do? And it was nothing I could do to make her happy. Yes, I was trying to continue the interview. I was trying to make light of everything so I can get the funny out of her that I love about her. Now, here's the other thing. I don't remember the last time any comedians came through there and they promoted and bought time, paid for commercials on our station. I ain't seen that. She even said it. She didn't pay for any commercial time. I was just going to do it just because I thought we could get some good laughter from her and everything else to promote her show and give us some laughs. It was like, bam. But I couldn't get that. So, and y'all are all out here making all these assumptions. Go watch the entire video.
Yes, so she's encouraging people. She's encouraging the people that watch the clip and are forming an opinion mostly, I guess, the people that felt like Luenell was justified, to go and watch the whole entire thing for itself and see how it turned out. I doubt people are going to actually go do that because we don't live in that generation where people are like, oh, okay, we'll go do that. No, they form their opinion and they stick to it because it's more about being right than being correct, if that makes sense. Now, Corey has a good relationship with the people up at Dee Dee in the morning. They have been very good to him when he comes into town in Texas to go and perform. They've helped him sell tickets per his own words. And I understand his defense in them because if I'm somebody who knows a group of people and feel like they're good, solid individuals who don't do any type of malicious things, I'm going to also defend them as well in the face of adversity. But the thing about it is, I don't ever think Corey does things in good faith. I really don't think he does. I don't think he does stuff out of the kindness of his heart. I think he does certain things because there's always an underlying agenda with it. It's always something underlying that he can't help but to bring out when he starts to talk about it in a way where it could be a positive thing. Instead of just defending Dee Dee in the morning, he decided to call an anonymous person so that they can verify a story about Luenell talking crazy about him so he can justify talking crazy about Luenell on air. Now, mind you, what Luenell had to say about Corey was behind the scenes in private. In private. And the one thing I can't agree with when it comes to niggas that call themselves alpha males is them bringing shit to the public that was in private. That is a female trait. It is. Slice it up how you want it. Get mad at me if you want. I don't care. It's really how it is. Two things can be true. He's justified for defending Dee Dee in the morning because he knows those people and they show him love. But also, it wasn't about them. It wasn't about them. It was about his own vendetta against her after hearing things that she had to say about him, allegedly. Now, I do want to point out, I could not recognize the voice of the person on the phone, but he sounded a little moist. Sounded a little bit backdooria. I could be wrong. I could be wrong. I could be horribly wrong. But the man sounded a little bit sweet. And also he mentioned, when you called, I was with my partner. What you mean, partner? Business partner? Huh? With your business partner? I hope it was business partner. Because if it wasn't, Corey got some splaining to do. You understand? Was that Chris? You think that was Chris Spencer? I don't think Chris would, the way that he was on 5150 and how he was speaking and trying to talk to Corey, I doubt he would participate in trying to ruin Luenell's character, knowing he was on live getting called by Corey. I don't know who this person was. I'm not gonna lie, it kind of sounded like a little bit like Chris, but I don't think it was him. But we're gonna listen to it. Y'all let me know what y'all nail right here.
I could not believe that Dee Dee, who, listen to me, that radio show has helped me sell out comedy clubs on many occasions. And when I got in trouble because of what TMZ said, it made people scared to be around me. So last time I went to that show, the homegirl, Dee Dee, wasn't there, but she said she wasn't feeling good. And I'm not mad at her. You know what I'm saying? And I'm a huge fan of her. Her show has helped me sell tickets. Do you understand? The radio helps you. This is why some people pay for radio. Yeah. So I saw Dee Dee in the morning have a guest on her show. And the guest on her show was out of pocket. And there was another comedian in there. His name is JJ. And it was so funny me watching JJ try to play down the middle. That was hilarious because if you know JJ is not a guy who's in drama. He's actually a Southern gentleman. That's what I call him. He's a Southern gentleman. Cool dude. But when he was put on the spot, that had me rolling. They had another brother in the show. He really was with the smoke. It's just he had to contain himself because when he was threatened, he was like, yeah, we got people down here too. Yeah.
And JJ was like, we all love each other. We all love us.
JJ was trying to be a diplomat just as Dee Dee was. And everybody else in the room, they took a whole bunch of nonsense from somebody who, in my opinion, is a grumpy old lady. It's a grumpy old lady. I pray to God, I did not want to pre-plan this. I hope to God this works the way I envisioned it because I don't like to make it seem like I plan stuff to go up against people. But I'm praying to God this, hey, listen, I got you.
I don't like to look like I plan things to go against people, but I will have people on my show to go against people, and I'll call people to try to go against people. This is something that Corey he does that. And this is the thing, because he's a hypocrite, he will call people out for doing the same thing, and then he has to remember that he does the same thing, but he has to try to put it on a lower scale as if what he's doing is any better or any different. Like the whole reason he doesn't like Godfrey is because Godfrey had people on his show that talked about Corey in a negative light. But see, it's funny because Corey will get mad at a Luenell for basically siding with people she likes and who she's cool with. And be like, nah, if Corey don't fuck with them, then it's fuck Corey. I don't fuck with Corey. If he like this, if he did that to like, because I guess the person on the phone, you're gonna hear it. The person on the phone brings up his incident with Christina Payne. I don't know her relationship with Christina Payne, or if it's just the fact that she don't like the fact he walked up on her and muffed her. I don't know, but she clearly has a reason not to mess with Corey. And Corey doesn't like the fact that she's riding with the people she cares about, but he'll do the same thing. Literally, Vaughn is on his show because of the fact that Corey doesn't like Hannibal Buress. That situation had nothing to do with Corey, but because he's cool with Vaughn, he gave Vaughn a platform to bring up some shit that literally, after certain things got exposed, they stopped talking about the nigga. You don't see him, the way that he rambles on about people constantly and the same people in the same instances and why he doesn't like so-and-so. You notice he ain't brought up Hannibal since. And it's because, like I said, I don't think he knew that this nigga Vaughn talked about the situation right after it happened and didn't blame Hannibal Buress at all. As a matter of fact, him and Hannibal had conversations and squashed it. So the fact he came back years later to try to act like it was Hannibal's fault, first of all, that's some slime ball shit. I don't care who you are. I don't care what. I don't care if people like Vaughn or not. I don't know Vaughn, but just from that instance, if you're somebody who went and talked about a situation already years ago, right after it happened, and you so-called squashed it, why are you coming back 3-4 years later, 5 years later, talking about, yeah, man, you know, Hannibal, man, he did some bitch ass shit. Huh? Because a nigga who is in the game, who has the notoriety that Corey has, put a battery in your back. To where this nigga Hannibal had to come out and show receipts. And that's another thing. Stop letting these niggas tell you what the fuck happened and have them show you. We got to stop living in a day and age where we form our opinions off of niggas just telling us a story about what happened. We got to start trying to find the facts, man. You got to start trying to find the truth out of some of this shit. Because it turned out Hannibal wasn't in the wrong at all. And it turns out these niggas was lying about the story. Niggas wasn't outside just roasting each other. Niggas was trying to embarrass a motherfucker outside while he was on the job. There are variables in this shit that niggas conveniently skipped out to try to make this nigga look bad. That was the craziest shit to me, because you're working. And a lot of people skip past the fact that this nigga was working. You're at your job and you're trying to catch people who just left the show to ask them how bad somebody did on stage, being somebody who doesn't even get half the opportunities or touches half or a fraction of the stages that this nigga touches, regardless if you think this nigga Hannibal is a good comedian or not. The type of shit that Corey would say about somebody if he liked the person. Because as much as Corey tries to stand up for real comedy and real comedians and people being funny, you would think that he wouldn't allow somebody who isn't in a position to even speak on something like that to do it and give them a platform to do it. But it's because his dislike for the person, he allows himself to be put in the category as somebody who is a contradicting hypocrite. But here's the phone.
I'm doing my 5150 show. Do not say your name. Okay. I don't know if they can hear you, but do not say your name. All right. So this is what's happening. No, it wasn't the last time I saw you. Time before I saw you, you told me about somebody who was basically on my name. And I wasn't shocked, but I've never done nothing to this person. Right. And I'm saying, without saying the name, can you tell me what was said about me when my name was brought up? And nobody knows who this is. So, but what happened?
I walk into a comedy club. 3 other comedians are having a conversation. I say to the 3 comedians, yeah, but Corey Holcomb is one to be not with on stage. One of the comedians said, Corey, that nigga ain't. I said, well, you could say Corey Holcomb, don't change the fact that he's funnier than everybody, than 90% of the comics tell jokes. They said, yeah, but he did X, Y, and Z to a girl outside of a club. I said, I don't know the facts. I said, but Corey is still funny. Whatever that happens. That person, I tell you what, fuck Corey Holcomb and fuck you if you would. And I said, well, fuck me then, because I'm.
Hey, brother, I'm going to call you back because I missed your call the other day. I'm going to call you back. I just needed that. Did I call you and prep you for this?
No, that was just, no.
Okay.
I looked at my phone and I looked at my partner and I said, what the fuck he want? Ain't he? What's he doing?
Hey, let me call you back. I'm doing this.
Yeah, that does not sound like Chris Spencer. To me, that doesn't sound like Chris Spencer.
Funny. Whatever that happens. That person, I tell you what, fuck Corey Holcomb.
Listen.
Funny. Whatever that happens. That person, I tell you what, fuck, it's still funny. Whatever that happens. That person, I tell you what, fuck Corey Holcomb and fuck you if you win. And I said, well, fuck me then, because I'm.
Hey, brother, I'm gonna call you back because I missed your call the other day. I'm gonna call you back. I just needed that. Did I call you and prep you for this?
No, that was just no.
Okay.
I looked at my phone and I looked at my partner and I said, what the fuck he want? Ain't he? What's he doing?
Now, mind you, I just want to be clear. All right. There was a little bit of a stutter when he said, I looked at mine, and he stopped because he realized who he was talking to and that he was live on air. And then he said, partner, also, I want to clear up the fact that Corey's show comes on at what? At night? What is it? I forgot what time it is. LA time. I think it's like 8 or something like that. LA time, but like 10:30 my time. Whoever his partner is, I don't know. I mean, unless he is a comedian and is out doing some comedy stuff and he's with his business partner, I don't know what partner you'll be with at nighttime, just chilling randomly like, oh, what does Corey Holcomb want? I don't know. He said, I'm with my partner. And nigga didn't want to say his boyfriend. If you would have said your boyfriend, Corey would have looked at the camera like, shit. Whoops. He was with a nigga. All right, let's finish this up.
Hey, let me call you back. I'm doing this show. This worked out just the way I prayed it would. All right, listen, man. This is a mean old lady. Old, bitter, gotta buy dick. Coming at young comics, extorting them out of they young loving, awful person. And
first, I'm sorry I keep stopping it, but you gotta understand, like, this nigga be talking about himself a lot. Like, you talk about old and grumpy, you can be checked off as that. You talk about hating on younger comics, you do the same shit. been doing the same shit. Corey is like the godfather of calling out young comics and Instagram comics and shit like that. Gotta buy dick. Nigga, you are the number one advocate for buying pussy. The number one advocate for buying booty. $40. That's your go-to. That's your golden goose joke. The $40 on the dresser. You are known for paying for it. But what are you chastising Luenell for possibly buying dick for? Why can't she buy dick? Why can't Luenell purchase some meat pistols sometime? All right. If she got it like that, you got it like that. You say you pay all this. What's wrong with Luenell doing it?
Coming at young comics, extorting them out of they young loving, awful person. And I want to say to Dee Dee and everybody on her staff, you guys are better than me. Because I'd have been like, you funky fat bitch. That's me. I'm different. Dee Dee, y'all handled that. Dee Dee even said, these people ain't even paying us. It's almost like sort of an exchange of services. They get to have comedians on. The said, y'all promote me for I got here. Listen, the world ain't built around you. They doing you a favor. Want me to tell you how I know they doing you a favor? You was there on a Thursday. If you was a boss, you wouldn't have been there on Thursday. You'd have been there Friday, Saturday, maybe Sunday. But we know the comedy game. You was there on Thursday because you're trying to get every crumble you can get about the city. Now,
projections, man. Heavy projections. First and foremost, the same guy that just got done talking about how he goes up there to the radio station to promote and help him sell tickets is exactly what he said. They've helped him sell tickets. Mr. Headliner, real deal, GOAT comedian is praising the radio station that helps him sell tickets when he's in town, talking about Luenell having to be there on a Thursday so that she can get every last bit. Nigga, she's promoting her shit. I hate how he tries to twist the thing that he does also as an entertainer and comedian to help promote his shit, when we know for a fact that if Corey was the type of person where he can't do a Dave Chappelle where he just pops up somewhere and then they announce it that day and he sells out the room. A lot of people can't do that. A lot of people cannot do that. But to act like Luenell promoting her show is bad because she showed up on a Thursday, and he was wrong about that as well. He was absolutely wrong about that. Luenell was in Texas all weekend doing shows. All weekend. Not to mention her residency in Las Vegas. Not to mention, you got to understand, it's subjective. You can think she's funny or not. I don't really care if you think Luenell is funny or not, but to try to attack the methods that every single one of y'all use to go and promote yourself and to get and to sell tickets so that people can show up to your shows, that's not a got you moment. It's not a got you moment. That's showing me that you trying to come up with every excuse to try to talk crazy about her.
We're being mean to people. Really, I think that what do people get when they get old and grumpy? Is it senile or
they become Corey Holcomb.
Dementia? I don't know what it is, but I'm saying like this lady, ornery. Let's go with that word. This lady, this is how she moved. And whoever down with her, I know you know how she moved. So the fact that Dee Dee even got on there and tried to talk about it afterwards, girl, salute to you. Thank you, Dee Dee, and your morning show for everything y'all did to help me sell tickets wherever I'm at. I appreciate y'all. I used to know the dude who run the show. His name is Gary. He got married and fucked his life up. But he'll laugh at it with me too. But I'm just saying, man, y'all put up with that bullshit from some old grumpy old who done came in here in the morning talking shit. I'd have been like, get this fat bitch the up out of here. Keep it professional. I agree. There are some radio people who would have been like, get out. Not because they're being mean, because she's being mean. And when people was trying to make excuses for her, all I got to say, she had a Netflix special. Go watch it. Watch it if you can. The mighty Dave Chappelle has put some trash-ass comedians on Netflix. That's 100. Trash-ass comedians on Netflix. They on there because Dave Chappelle juice. Listen, watch it. Watch the special. That's all I got to say.
This nigga can't help but try to mask his hate for another nigga giving people opportunities. Like he can't help but to try to mask. There's no other way to put it. That's what niggas is supposed to do. And we already proved the fact that this nigga be mad at people because he be wishing it was him. I mean, anytime Dave Chappelle still has not said anything about Corey Holcomb. And when he has said anything, it's been in a positive way. But see, now that we know that Corey has jealous traits of people who are in better positions than he is in life and more successful than he is in life, when we know that he likes to create fallacies about people because he is having FOMO, it's hard for me to believe and to really hear what he's saying as authentic when you know that there's some underlying issues. Saying Dave put some trash comedians on Netflix when, once again, comedy is subjective. It's a lot of people, after Corey said her special was trash, say, matter of fact, the woman sitting right next to Corey was talking about how that special wasn't trash. He is the type of person that has groupthink. He wants to be, and he's the leader of it because he's the one that has a platform. He has a name. This is his shit. He's the leader of the groupthink. So he's going to go out there and convince other people that her special was trash and tell people to go listen to it. But he knows that a lot of these people that are listening to his show ain't going to go and watch it. They're not going to go watch it. They're just going to take his word for it. And as a comedian, to be one of the only comedians who sits on the platform to talk about how trash other comedians are and specific comedians, he's not the guy he's not for his own community. He is not a comic who truly, authentically supports other comedians. It's only convenient when they're there to be a help or service to him. Do you think that he's put, like, after all this time with Vaughn and trying to be on stage, do you think he's bringing Vaughn on tour with him to try to help Vaughn open for him? Do you think he really wants to help out comedians he doesn't truly think is funny? He'll sit there and disparage niggas on his show without even realizing he's doing it to the people on his show. There's two niggas next to you that do comedy who aren't on the same level as you or have done half the things you've done, where you sit there talking about, if you haven't made $100,000 in comedy and you've been in it this long, you are this, you're that. You hardly hear this nigga try to encourage young comedians and how to encourage young comedians to try to be successful with him being in a certain position he's in. You hardly hear that. This nigga has a lot of hate in his heart. A lot.
Watch this sit down because she can't stand. Coming in there starting with people that don't owe you. They too nice to say, we had to stop our show because we agreed to have you on here and promote this travesty of comedy. Yo, get your trash ass. I wish a mother would. Threatening motherfuckers, all that shit. And this ain't the comics that's up here talking shit. This me. I heard what you said about me. I never said nothing about it. But now that I see that this is the way you really get down, I'm putting it out there.
We got our first attention seeker of the day. You be posting this acting like it's objective opinion. You sound bitter like that nigga, LOL. Is y'all fucking? I bet you would love to imagine two niggas fucking, you stupid ass nigga. Why would you even say some gay shit like that? You want to know why? Because a lot of these niggas be projecting like hell. Any nigga to randomly just have a gay thought who tries to profess the fact that he's straight is a nigga on the down low. What makes you think that anything I'm saying is synonymous with undercover fucking on niggas? Huh, Brandon? What? Explain to me what anything that I have said so far in the last 54 minutes made you think about gay sex. As a matter of fact, you know what I'm gonna do? We're not gonna allow him to respond. I'm gonna do something very rare. Very rare. We're gonna time this out. We're gonna time this guy out because I can do that, and it's very easy. Put user on timeout. Let's see. We'll do 10 minutes. We'll do 10 minutes. So you can sit back and think about what you said. You see, do you see how easy that is? Like usually, y'all know, I'll just let niggas keep talking and I'll, make them look stupid and talk back and forth. But now I want to start doing other things. I want to start putting them on timeout for 10 minutes so that what I said, they can stick with. They can just sit there with it and they can't text, they can't type, they can't say nothing. You want to know why? Because I have the control over here, nigga. I have the red button over here, nigga. I can get you X'd out of here, nigga. Stupid ass motherfucker over there thinking about butt sex, huh? Hey, explain why you're thinking about butt sex. Oh, you can't because you're timed out for 10 minutes, fuck nigga. In about 9 minutes and 30 seconds, we'll probably see a comment pop up from him because he'll still be here wondering about butt sex. But anyway, let's get back to it.
Man that I just called did not have no stake in this. He just was like, wow, what did you do to her? I was like, I ain't never did nothing to that bitch. One day she'll be nice to you. Yeah. One day she'll be like, hi. But then, but most of the time she's like, get the fuck up and go.
I go. The Luenell impression is fucking hilarious. I can't even lie. That shit is fucking funny, man. Especially if you've grown up seeing like Luenell stand up, dog. That is fucking hilarious. Shout out to Sean Mims for the $4.99 in the super chat. He said he wants Vlad's help. Yeah, he's now. Oh my God, we'll talk about that in a minute. Remind me to talk about that in a minute, Sean. Let's get through this video.
Like a diabetic. Bitch.
Whoa.
Bitch, shut the fuck up and go suck a diabetic. Bitch, shut the fuck up.
Do she drink a lot?
Do she drink?
Yeah.
Look, I don't know what that heifer do, but I'm here to tell you, she takes advantage of people. And for all of the people who bridge is not burned, because she burns a lot of bridges, and you can say I burn bridges, but I tell you what, I'm never gonna go to nobody's show and act like you owe me something. I'm grateful to people who give me opportunities, and that bitch need to stop and get wheeled to the car she came in.
So what y'all think? All right, so let's talk about that, because Corey hates to have labels put on him, even though a lot of the time is very accurate. But he doesn't have a problem painting people in a certain light, especially when there's things that people don't know in the public. What Luenell said was behind the scenes, behind closed doors. Same with niggas like Tony Baker. Same with the earthquake situation. So many situations that have come to the forefront and that have caused for Corey to try to manipulate the situation as far as how people view it have come from things that happened in private that he has brought to the public and never once handled right then and there on the spot. Let's not forget that part. When Tony Baker came up to you, or when you came up to Tony and asked him what the problem was, and he told you to your face straight up what the problem was, your ass went back to your platform to talk about him. You didn't address him right then and there. You didn't say, hey, man, that's some fuck shit. That's some whole shit. And you might be gay, too. You might be backdoor. That's probably why you really don't like me. You think he said that to Tony's face? No. A nigga was in your green room allegedly snorting lines and eating chicken wings and throwing the bones on the floor or tossing them in one of your hats. And instead of confronting the nigga, you waited till you got back to your show to tell people what happened. You know what I think? Because the same thing, like, Corey has been trying to pass off this whole AI video thing. Like, oh, man, they got this AI video or this AI thing of, that one nigga talking about, wasn't that Anton Daniels, trying to stand over me, acting like he was doing something to me. Like, I honestly think, like, all this other stuff aside, like, I mainly do this out of entertainment, just talking shit and whatever the case may be. It's really not that important. But let's be completely honest right here. I think that man is going through a manic episode when it comes to the Anton Daniels situation specifically, because till this day, I have not seen one single AI video of this nigga. And if it was an AI video out there showing Anton punking him, I don't think there's anybody in their right mind who would think that it was real, seeing as there's so many real versions of what happened circulating through the internet. And I think it's a manic episode, and I think it's very delusional, because for some reason, months later, this nigga's talking about his people at the Coin Academy releasing what actually happened that night, like we didn't watch it live. Like that was a pre-recorded podcast. Like they took some shit out. What other footage do you have to show us? Is it footage that happened where y'all took footage outside when he was leaving? Do y'all have footage of Craig hopping the gate? What is it that we missed? What didn't we see? somebody answer me this question. What the fuck? What did we not see that night that y'all are holding on to? Huh? And for a person that was so mad about an AI video being used of him, or AI thumbnails being used of him, Corey has decided to become one of those lazy comics who uses AI to make videos. And some of the worst AI videos of all time. This AI cartoon shit for the music videos, I understand that it's easy and it's great to pump out the content. But nigga, you want to ruin our clean drinking water for this fuck shit? Just go and you only do the podcast once out of the entire week. You have time to record music videos. You have time to shoot these things. You have time to put these things out. Stop using that AI slop bullshit. But I don't know what it is that we missed. I don't know what, if somebody could tell me what I missed when Anton Daniels was there, let me know. I would really like to know. Let me read some of your comments, actually. Let's see. Corey's Luenell impression is comedy gold. Scorpio Lou says, Corey mad because he's still on the calling circuit for the past the Chitlin circuit for the past 30 years. Shout out to Scorpio. Grits and Gravy in the middle. What's going on, Grits and Gravy? She said, I be crying laughing when he does Luenell. That Luenell impression is super hilarious. Marcel Gary says, thankful for opportunities, yet Corey shits on Godfrey for little to no reason. Yeah. And still Godfrey hasn't said anything bad about Corey. Still. Bobby says the tables will turn on Corey. Watch Craig Facts expose Corey Corniad. Look, he mentioned Craig last night. He wanted to reiterate that there are no issues between him and Craig. There's no problems. Craig is still there, or still active. He's still in communication with Corey. I still don't know why he hasn't been on the show. I don't know what the good reason for that would be if he's still doing his show in LA and still doing like No Jumper and doing all these other things. I think I saw him at DreamCon. Shout out to him. He was at DreamCon doing stand-up and talking to the people. He's really out there trying to, really push his career forward. And I think, in my personal opinion, his separation from 5150 for a little bit is going to kind of help him progress. I don't know if it's been hindering him. He has spoken on the fact that people have looked at him different, or, probably stopped messing with him because of his affiliation with Corey. But it's almost like too late for that if you really want to ask that. So that's why, to me, it's like, why would he be doing it now? I don't know what the reason is. I don't know why, but I guess we'll find out at some point. Jason said he talked shit about Tony Baker 2 weeks ago. Yeah, he definitely did. And Tony still hasn't said anything. Tony hasn't even addressed. Matter of fact, I'm going to tell y'all something. Because I didn't mention this. I did not mention this before. But Tony Baker actually commented on a video of mine that had to do with Corey. And then he deleted it. I did not speak on this or show the comment. I don't know if I still have it or not. I don't know if it's still available. Let's see. Yeah, no, it's not there no more because he deleted it. But I tried to take a screenshot of it so I wouldn't lose it. I did. I got you. I got it. So it was the video of Hannibal Buress, and it was the video of the actual video of what was happening outside the club with Vaughn and what he was doing. Tony Baker said, as stand-up comedians themselves, I feel like what they're doing is against code. Let's talk about that. And that's the reason why I brought up what I brought up when it came to Corey having Vaughn on his show. Tony Baker was saying that he feels like what Corey and Vaughn are doing as comedians themselves is against code. And that code is trying to disparage another comedian for some personal issues outside of this platform, outside of the internet, or whatever the case may be. You trying to shit on that man, and you try to talk about his comedy when, I mean, he's had a very good career as a comedian and actor. I'm sorry, it's a lot of people that act like they are for comedians and for comedy. And, you know, Corey tried to put himself out there as one of those people that care about comedians and care about comedy and the integrity of it. But really, he just uses it as an outlet to shit on everybody else. And, you know, I understand him deleting the comment because, of course, it'll give Corey ammo to talk about this nigga for the next 10 years. But it's people that see this stuff. It's people that be on my channel that see certain things that happen. It's another reason why I haven't stopped doing it. People see this shit. You know what I'm saying? People, and it be people that y'all don't even know be in my comment section. And I'm not like the niggas that be super hyped to, you know, put something to the forefront. But if it causes for an example, like right now, talking about Tony Baker, yeah, I'm gonna bring it up. He definitely made a comment on one of my videos like that. He said, "What AI, bro? Yeah, that AI shit is crazy." C Woods said, "I saw a few." What up, C Woods? He said, "I saw a few AI vids, but I saw the actual interaction, it wasn't fooling me." And that's the thing. Even if you can tell, like, I think it's still noticeable when things are AI. Like, a picture is one thing, but let an AI video play for 10 seconds, you'll realize something. You'll see something. I just saw it the other day. There's a video, I don't know if y'all seen it, but there's a video that is making its rounds of James Franco, who is blackballed from Hollywood because he decided to smash some of the girls at this college that he was being a professor for. He is currently blackballed from the industry. He hasn't been able to make, you know, movies and TV. People aren't trying to work with him. And he has been on this UFO hype lately. And he told people, yeah, I have this video that's going to basically shake up the world. I'm going to show you guys UFO. I'm going to show you guys an extraterrestrial. Excuse me. And then when the video comes up, if you guys see it, matter of fact, let me show y'all what I'm talking about so I don't have to sit here and describe it for your imagination when you can see it for yourself. He opens up a laptop to show a video of what he claims to be a UFO. When the video starts, it clearly changes. The video clearly changes. Why my shit ain't loading, man? Why my shit ain't loading, fam? Am I glitching? Am I good? Do y'all see me? He said Corey thinks people are as dumb as him 99% of the time when he say we need to break that shit down so niggas understand. I was saying that the other day, how Corey pretends like people don't know shit when it's really just him. That's the case of the person that doesn't want to feel stupid. So he has to say, yeah, people don't know about this. And in reality, it's just something you just found out for yourself and other people already knew. And then how he talks to certain people like they don't understand or they don't know or they're clueless. He does it to Dee, he does it to Craig, he does it to anybody that's younger than him or he doesn't think has the experience he has, when in reality, Corey is just as uneducated as the rest of the niggas he thinks that he's educating. That's why you have a large amount of idiots who get pissed off with me for speaking logical, common sense because they can't think logically. They have groupthink. Their group thinking is whatever Corey says we got to run with. And I get it. There's cult fan bases. I get it. I don't blame those people, but you're also fucking idiots. Macaroni Tony said Corey told Luenell to go suck a diabetic D, only to later on in same show admit he has diabetes. You're right, GMS. Corey be projecting for sure. He does it so much he doesn't even realize it. Yeah, he has to catch himself in certain shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Like where he'll call something out and then realize, oh shit, I do the same thing. Just like when he brought up the burning bridges thing. It's like you can't talk about burning bridges when that's all you do. You burned a 20-year bridge with Jamie Foxx, and then fanned out and became a groupie when you seen him at a stadium show. All the stuff you was talking about this nigga. It's a lot of projections, man. That's why some people have the take that they have about him and LGBTQism. Because why do you talk about it so much? But have questionable relationships with people. On one end, you can't stand this shit and people got to be real around you and they got to be who they are and you can't be. That's another thing. He'll say that it's cool if you just say who you are, but then in the same breath say you can't be around them. Nigga, you got Flame as one of your number one people you call and text and talk to and chop it up with. Then you called in an anonymous backdooria source to talk about Luenell. Come on, bro. Ain't nobody saying it's not cool to be cool with gay niggas if you're not gay. It's just what you do gives off the assumption that you don't mess with no gay people or no LGBTQ nothing. But then turn around and zip up dresses. Shit's crazy. Justice said, yo, I would put my money on Godfrey. He would F Corey up if they ever knuckled up. Godfrey lives in the gym and stay on his fitness. Yeah, that's another thing. I think guys who also know that they have a physical advantage over a nigga isn't going to sit up there and talk crazy or talk tough to a nigga all day. Like I said, if they run into each other, Corey ain't going to say none of the stuff he's been saying on his show. Him and Spanky Hayes just took a picture together and squashed they shit. Spanky was just saying last week how gay Corey was and who his partners are. He been going off on Corey for I don't know how long, and now y'all see each other once. And now it's all cool. And I'm not saying I'm not an advocate for people chopping it up and squashing beef. I'm all for that, especially black entertainers, comedians, artists, athletes, all that shit. I'm with it. But I don't think that shit is genuine. And I think niggas be pump faking all the time on their platform, trying to act tough or whatever the fuck the case may be. Derek Rivers said he probably only gets to see his kid on Tuesdays. Oh man, how diabolical. I didn't think about that, Derek River. How diabolical of a baby mama you gotta be to know that this man goes to a show every Tuesday night to help promote himself, only to try to be like, hey, I'm only gonna let you get your song on Tuesdays and Thursdays, knowing that that's gonna mess up his opportunity over there at 5150. That's some diabolical shit, and I wouldn't put it past a woman at all. Larry Swishmane. Y'all ever see the time when Tony slap ties some comic on stage for talking ish? No, I didn't actually, but I do believe he will slap the shit out of a nigga, and that's the reason why Corey went back to his show to say what he had to say instead of straight to Tony's face. Justice says Corey doesn't like Tony Baker because he's jealous of him, plain and simple. Glow, what's going on? She said, I seen a video of Craig and Houston on stage. I don't think it's beef. I think out here shaking and moving, but I will say I don't think Craig is in a rush to get back. He looked happy. I don't blame him. Marcel said, Corey don't want nobody else to be as talented and or more skilled than himself. Yeah, I mean, and then when it happens, he has no choice but to bow down and show props like somebody like a Nate Jackson, where he, tries to say he knows, he knew all along that Nate was this and Nate could be that. No, you saw it happening for Nate. And let's not forget the story of how Nate invited Corey to come do a show, and Corey never showed up. And then that comedy club became a huge comedy club for a while for Nate. Nate was banking at that place. having several people come to that comedy club and show out. Now Nate is in a very great position in life, and now all he can do is give him props. Scorpio said, Corey is only funny to people that haven't heard his comedy. He hasn't changed his comedy in 30 years. Has anybody been to a Corey show in a while or recently? Has anybody? He said Corey was on your top 2. He was on my top. What are you talking about? Did I miss something? Justice, he talked shit about Stephen A, and Stephen A walked up to him and he was all smiles, hugs, and giggles, and chicken. Don't forget the chicken. Sheer Mark, is that how you say your name? Yeah, he can't do a show without mentioning Backdoory. I challenged him to not mention it one show. Well, that would be very hard for him to do. King Thomas says, I think he will flame Luenell face to face. Or, here's a thought, maybe he'll probably get mad that Luenell is flaming him and probably walk up on her and slap her in the face. I don't know. I've said we haven't heard too much of Corey flaming niggas back, especially females. Jason said, and Tony Baker stays in the gym. Pause. He said, I'm sure Spanky Hayes tucked his tail. I don't know. Maybe. Let's see. Scorpio says, Dave Chappelle don't say anything about Corey because they are not on the same level. I agree. What up, LaDonna? King says, why you don't use 5150 clips no more? You just use like still images. Did Corey strike you? No. It's literally for the fact that, I mean, it's YouTube, and using a certain amount of clips or a certain amount of minutes on clips could push you down in the algorithm, or you could get a copyright strike depending on if they own their stuff or not. Corey has been striking people lately. Theo Coop got like 2 strikes on his channel. I know a couple other people that got strikes from Corey. I got one a couple months ago. I think, it was like a couple months ago when he started going after everybody. I got a strike on a video that was like 3-4 years old that had like 150K views. He didn't strike nothing else, but yeah, you can't really do that when somebody is only using still images. Let's see. Jason Rex, I wonder why Corey doesn't talk shit about Cat Williams. I don't know, because Cat Williams probably has more shit to talk than Corey, and he's a lot better at creating a narrative about people, and certain things stick when it comes to things that Cat Williams says about people. So I don't know if he wants to go to war with somebody who can do the same thing he does with his audience. Corey likes to create a narrative. Corey likes to lead his flock into believing the same thing he believes. I don't know if you can go to war with somebody who can do that on a way more major scale than you. Cat can pull up to somebody's platform and get them an easy 2 million views just off of him talking shit. I don't think Corey wants those issues. Marcel says, I think Corey secretly be viewing gay porn. Ooh, wow. And low key, that nigga turned on by it, and it comes out subtly upon the 5150 show every week. Interesting take. Tremaine says, I'm sorry, but I think Corey's gay jokes are hella funny. I mean, they could be funny. I'm not saying they're not. I'm also saying that there could be something behind that. Literally and figuratively. Jason says, it's trash Corey do the same old trick jokes. If you watch him long enough, it's the same old thing, just like the 5150 show. That's why Yamanika was 100% right about him. None of Corey's subject matter on the show changes. He just tries to remix it when it's convenient, when it fits with a certain story, or that's like something that's going viral. Corey doesn't really teach people anything. He thinks he be giving people game, but it's like, how many times are you going to give people the same game every week? You talk about the same subjects every week. And it's funny because that's another reason why I talk about the same shit every week. It's like I like to point. That's another part of pointing out the contradictions. I love when his fanboys come to my comments like, all you talk about is Corey. You get another Corey video. All you do is talk about this. All you do is talk about the same shit all the time. Just Corey. All Corey. Corey. And I don't know if they know this, But I don't give a fuck. This is YouTube. I do what the fuck I want to do with my YouTube channel. I chose to do this shit. Oh, you got to do this to get the views. Well, yeah, because algorithms are a real thing. I don't know if you know that, but algorithms are real. You post anything other than what your niche is, you're not going to get the views that you should be getting when you have a certain amount of subscribers or followers. That goes with any platform. And that's also a bigger problem that we have to face as a society is the hive mindset or the repeated, having to have people do the same thing, or just this brainwashing of having people do the same type of content all the time because algorithms are pushing our minds into a certain place. We're getting pushed into a certain position in life as humans with our brains. Because if this was a playing field of fairness, somebody that has 50,000 or 100,000 subscribers could be able to talk about anything and have those subscribers see their videos pop up. But you got to think about how rigged the game is. There's no way that I have over 50-some thousand subscribers, but 50-some thousand people don't see my video when it pops up. You know what I'm saying? That's the algorithm game. So you have to play the algorithm game. Also, I just wanted to be this nigga's boogeyman for as long as I could on this platform. There's so much stuff y'all don't know about that happens behind the scenes. Y'all have no clue, man. I talked about some of it, but y'all got to understand, so many things have tried to happen behind the scenes. These niggas still call me from random numbers. Every time a video drops, I get a random call. Like, it's like y'all can't be more obvious. Every time that's another thing too. Every time I drop something or every time there's something that happens, I get a random call from a random number. Why are niggas trying to call me so much? You would think that I was out here actually damaging people's careers. I don't think enough people watch me for me to be able to move the needle like that. See, I'm more about proving the fact that I be right about certain shit than I am trying to coerce people to think something of somebody, especially if it's not true. I'm not finna sit up there and just create a narrative out of thin air. I watch things, I analyze it, I see it for what it is, and I call it out. And people can do the same thing to me. It's just going to be very hard for you to see me be not consistent on this platform. It's going to be very hard because I am very honest. I don't try to act like I'm better than anybody. I don't try to act like I'm more intelligent than anybody. I don't try to act like I do or like this platform is about everything else besides 5150 shit. I don't act like none of that. And I'm only here like once a week, maybe doing a live. The rest is videos. I don't know. I don't know. I don't see how people can't see it already. We've been here for like 5 years. I don't understand how people don't see it. King Thomas says, you got to switch some shit up, my brother. I be getting numbers with 5K subs. I mean, yeah, I could switch it up. I've had other videos that have my highest viewed video on this platform has absolutely nothing to do with Corey. Absolutely nothing. But I've also seen how the algorithms behave when I talk about other things. And that's not helping the platform. They're not gonna show you. They're not gonna, like right now, if I was live talking about any other subject, it's not gonna be 121 people in here. And it's funny because Corey likes to give off the illusion that, oh, it's because I'm the guy, I'm the attraction, I'm this and that. Yes, you are the guy that people want to see the subject about, but you also have to understand that algorithms cause for that as well. Because I can talk about somebody way bigger than Corey and not get the same amount of views, and it's because my platform hasn't been pushed in the algorithm where I could talk about other people like that. And that's just me being honest. So I mean, I don't hide from that. It's like it's crazy every time I see a comment like, "All you do is talk about." Yeah, nigga, what the fuck? Am I supposed to be embarrassed about that? Am I supposed to feel ashamed about that? When a nigga that you are here defending talks about the same shit every week, y'all love hearing a nigga talk about gay people every week, but God forbid a nigga is pointing out contradictions and hypocrisy and the shit that niggas be doing. That's much worse, apparently. Marcel said Corey know who to pick on and who not to pick on. Cat would dog walk that nigga. Corey would try and get physical with Cat because he would not be able to intellectually compete with a Cat, not comedically. Yeah. I can't expound on that. You're right. Macaroni Tony said GMS. I saw Anton hold Corey in real life. Real time. I watched it live. I couldn't believe Anton turned up like that. He asked Corey for the fade 3 different times. Corey turned it down. No AI at all. Yeah, man. That he is trying to do his best job at convincing people that he didn't get punked that day. I've already came to that conclusion. In my opinion, other people probably don't feel the same way because they allowed his narrative of if I did that, I fucked my shit up. It's like, y'all didn't have cameras outside. How would you, that's another, I mean, that's one thing I haven't brought up because I low key have been trying to let him get away with the bullshit narrative, but like he asked you to go outside. There's no cameras outside connected to the live stream where people would have saw what happened. You can't get kicked off of YouTube for going outside and fighting. If that was the case, no jumper would have been kicked off of YouTube a long time ago. That's all them niggas do over there is go outside and catch the fade. Why the fuck you didn't go outside with this nigga? If you was to get up and the way that he described it, you could tell his ego, his manhood was hurt and bruised. Because when you say that you get up to basically sit in another nigga's lap to test him, and then when that nigga gets up to say, let's go outside, and you don't, it totally negates the fact that you got up and sat in front of this nigga. You were the one that looked like you were pump fake. Because if you got up and got in the nigga's face, clearly you were ready to throw hands. But when the nigga got up and said, let's throw hands, and you didn't throw hands, now you look like you was pump faking and you were just trying to look tough for the people on the screen. It boggles my mind why he didn't go outside and handle his business the way that he talks on his platform. That's all I'm saying. And niggas can say I'm hating, niggas can say I'm talking shit, whatever the case may be, nigga. I don't care. If it was anybody else, niggas would say that nigga got punked on his own platform. That's why why do you think he had to go to the extreme that he went to, attacking his wife and his child? Because that nigga felt like he was punked on his own show. His manhood was to any nigga that feels like their manhood is tested, they got to feel like they got to get some type of retribution for it. That's the only reason why he acted the way he acted afterwards and why he continues to still bring it up. He has to continue to still bring it up. Just like when the situation with Christina Payne, you got to continue to bring it up because you need people to see your way of it. Oh, there's a bitch that was stalking me and doing all this shit. Okay, cool. Oh, the crazy bitch sued me, but now look at where she at. Okay, we get it. Christina Payne is a crazy bitch. All right. But you're not finna convince nobody that what they saw was AI when it was live. It was a live viewing. It was live. We saw it. There was no editing. Nothing was cut out. We saw it. And that to me is that MAGA tactic where, let's say, like a nigga like Trump will tell you that you saw something different than what you saw because he understands that his flock will go with what he said instead of what reality is. That's why a motherfucker can tell you that January 6th wasn't something that was horrible, and the people that were involved in it were being unfairly targeted by the government. You had a thousands of people attacking a government building, trying to kill police, trying to kill politicians, literally talking about hanging politicians in the building. Yet you felt like these people were unfairly treated. Do you think he felt that way about anybody who was marching for Black lives? No, all of them were thugs and people that burned down cities and these Antifa and the radical left, all that shit. It's like they know that it's very easy to brainwash the masses because a lot of niggas are stupid. And I think Corey is very aware of the lack of intelligence that is consuming his chat room. So it's easy for him to push a narrative. So what you saw wasn't what you saw. Instead, it was AI. And this nigga never stood. They try to act like he stood up. Nigga, he did. What the fuck are we talking about? He did. Nigga stood up. Do we have to watch it again? Do we have to bring it up again? Do we have to show what happened? No, we don't. We done seen it way too many times. Anton stood up, win, lose, or draw. We can go outside. Nigga didn't go outside. It is what it is. It's over. Derek said, I think Anton, why Corey got the two new co-hosts. I think Anton is why Corey got the two new co-hosts. Them dudes look more like security rather than tell jokes. Yeah, but I mean, what are they gonna do? What are they gonna do? And that's me speaking honestly, because if you're somebody out here that's trying to fight another nigga battle who wouldn't fight his own, you look crazy. You look fucking crazy. It's one thing to have security and people over there that will be there to protect you when shit goes left. But if a man is challenging you as a man to fisticuffs, the same way Corey tried to challenge me to run the fade, I didn't back down at all. I said, I'm with it. You said you would come to Minnesota, and I didn't say I would come to LA. I don't have no reason to fight you, nigga. You don't get me mad enough to be like, man, let's run the fade. No, you got that mad to want to challenge me. And I said, I'm with it. Win, lose, or draw, I don't give a fuck. I'm one of those people where it's win, lose, or draw with me. Win, lose, I don't give a fuck. I am a man first. You challenge me to a fight, let's get to it. I just don't think he's really about that life. I think he's really one of those people that try to put on a front for his people. And he feels more valid in having real niggas around him. He feels more confident having niggas who actually will do something around him. That's why he talks about certain people in certain ways, because that excites him to know people that really are about that life. If you ever notice, Corey gets really excited when he talks about street niggas or men who actually be on that shit. He gets very happy about that stuff. He likes to brag about it. Haven't seen him do anything, but he gets very excited about other niggas doing shit. Oh, he's one of them guys. Nah, just say this nigga be in the streets. Why are you so I mean, Corey tries to say things in a way where he's trying to be, discreet. He's never discreet. Ever. And that's why I get it, because I love it. I love when he talks about it too. I love when he talks about the people that talk about him all the time. And, he tries to cope with the fact, oh, well, I'm Corey Holcomb. I'm that nigga. I'm the nigga that they need to talk about because I'm that guy. That's cool. But am I wrong? Address that. Address, are these people wrong about you? I don't think we've ever heard that part. We'll hear all the other extra bullshit. Oh, they need to talk about me. I'm the attraction. I'm the nigga that needs to be on the thumbnail. But nigga, are we wrong? Marshall said, but unlike the Reaper, GMS is not a Corey sicko fan prepared at all times to piece chicken it up with a nigga that don't like him and thinks he is above him. Not sure why the Reaper continues neutrality. I don't know. I think and shout out to the Reaper. I think he is fully aware that he don't know Corey, so he can be objective in that way. He can be the person that gets on Corey's ass and then also be in support of something that Corey does. I feel like I do the same thing when it's cause for, but I don't think there's a lot of moments where Corey can get back for the positive things he does. There's a lot of negativity surrounding this. So when people think that I'm just hating or just bringing up all this bullshit, it's always something negative happening. Always something negative happen. Always him talking crazy about somebody. What do y'all want people to talk about? What positive thing? If Corey was actually teaching something to his audience or bringing up great points or changing the trajectory of how people think, we would talk about that. I would make videos about that. Trust me, I would. I've tried to do it before. It's just hard because there's not many moments like that on the show. We don't have that many moments, man. So don't get mad at me for what this nigga's producing to the public. I'm just speaking on it. But when it comes to this Luenell thing, I feel like we're going to pop up one day and see Luenell live, and she's going to be talking some things about Corey. Or she might not bring it up at all because she can care less about a Corey Holcomb talking crazy about her when she is in a position in life where she, you know, still holds respect and still holds some regard amongst her peers and amongst the people. Luenell is widely liked by people. So for him to throw out these things about her being this and burning bridges and this old and grumpy and all this shit, you don't hear too many bad stories about Luenell. You really don't. Unless I missed something. Unless y'all can inform me on some things. You don't hear too many bad stories about Luenell. You don't hear too many people talk crazy about Luenell. Over the years, I've been following Luenell for a long time. I've seen nothing but people giving her flowers. Samuel L. Jackson just pulled up to one of her shows recently just to show her love. Went up on stage and all that. Showing her, giving her flowers. A lot of people got a lot of love for Luenell. But if somebody don't like Corey, then Corey has to put it out there to try to make everybody else not like them. Oh, because this person don't like me, I'm gonna make sure my audience don't like them. I'm gonna try to create a narrative so that other people don't like them because they don't like me. That's the type of person I feel like Corey is. To be honest. He said, what happened to them phones? What phones? What are you talking about? What are you talking about? What am I missing? The phones. Crude says, is that how you say it? Crowded Bull. Vlad was teaching Corey about his own neighborhood the other day. The neighborhood that he loves to talk about, how he really tries to act like he really was one of them niggas back in Robert Taylor Homes. This nigga had to tell him about certain things that happened in his own apartment complex that he didn't know about. That was hilarious. I did see that. I definitely saw that. Oh, you talking about Corey's phones that he got stolen. I don't know. But if somebody hacked or somebody stole Corey's phones and then hacked it and put some shit out there, oh my God, he probably have a bad day. But also, I just want to point out that he didn't seem too alarmed about his phone being stolen, which also lets me know that there might not be some secrets about Corey that he doesn't want the public to know. If I was Corey and I had some deep, dark secrets that had to do with shit that I've been actively against, if you know what I mean, I would have been panicking about my phone getting stolen. But he didn't seem too worried. He didn't seem too worried about that at all. Marcel said exactly, GMS. The positive moments are too far in between. Yeah, man, it's hard to put out positive content about Corey when all his podcast is surrounded by a lot of negativity. And then he acts surprised when people say the things that they say about him, but then will champion the fact that his show is called 5150. We crazy. We say crazy shit over here. then why do you get so mad when people talk about the crazy shit that you say? Like, you got mad at people talking about the underage jokes you was making. Nigga, it's 5150 show, right? You say crazy shit. Why are you so surprised that people took what you said negatively? This nigga be delusional. Jay Wright said, remember Corey got his phone stole out his car? Yep. Trill Bill said, because he has more than one phone. Right, but that's the thing. Whether you have more than one phone or not, there's going to be something on there if you're doing dirt. It's going to be something on one of those phones, and he did not seem that bothered by that. Shit, I wouldn't want none of my phone. If I got multiple phones, I don't want none of them bitches stolen. Because it's going to be some personal information on one of them. You know what I'm saying? Not no backdoor shit, but it could be something that I just don't want people to know. Personal shit, family shit. You know what I mean? Probably some pictures in there, some bitches spreading their coochie lips open. I don't know. All right? Could be a nice set of titties in my phone. I don't want that shit to get out there. I don't want people to see the pair of titties that was sent to me. You know what I'm saying? I don't want, it could be anything. You know, I like to keep my personal life personal. And we all need a certain level of privacy still, even in this world full of everybody's business being out there and everybody sharing their lives and personal shit with each other. I still want a level of privacy. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I don't know what happened to them phones, but hopefully, nothing bad comes from that. D Nice said, what's the name or date on the Gooch video you made? I don't know. You gotta search up my lives, man. It was probably like 3 years ago. You might want to search that. I don't know. People still seeing that video. I just don't. It wasn't promoted that way. Like, the title of the video doesn't have Gooch's name in it. Don't have Corey's name in it. Nothing. As a matter of fact, the thumbnail has Kodak Black on it. That's how much I was trying to suppress not having this shit go so widely out there to the point where niggas get investigated. But enough people saw it to where they could form an opinion. That's all that is. Shout out to Sean Mims for the $1.99 in the super chat. He said, don't forget the Vlad glazing. Yeah. I mean, ignoring Corey's history, him and Vlad gonna fall out at some point. Also, Vlad is doing one of his smart business moves. Corey said that he didn't need no money to do a show, and they could just go to each other's shows and do each other's shows. While in the reality of things, Corey's not gonna get paid as much, or if any, when it comes to Vlad being on this platform, unless people, the super chats he gets or whatever the case may be, or maybe even the views. But Vlad is about to bank off of Corey. He's about to get some bread. And he puts his interviews up through a paywall before he releases the full interview to the public. He'll drop the clips, but if y'all notice how he moves, he will drop an entire interview before he starts posting clips, but it's for members only. So you have to pay to see the full interview, while everybody else who isn't a member has to wait for all the clips to drop and then the full interview. So it's like, even and on Vlad's part, that's smart, because even if you're a hater of Vlad, if you want to get the content, if you're somebody who makes content or reviews shit or post shit, you're gonna have to pay him to do so. If you want to see the full interview and get a clip out of the interview before he drops a clip, you got to pay him, which is, hey man, he's a businessman. Got to respect that. I don't fuck with Vlad, but as a businessman, you got to respect that, because it works both ways when it comes to the people that support you and the people that don't. You're going to have to pay him to be able to do what you want to do. And he's about to make a nice little grip off Corey in these interviews, because this ain't going to be the only interview he does. Corey is very excited to be around Vlad, so he's going to be there a lot. And if they start talking about getting paid, because I'm sure once this nigga Vlad starts seeing the revenue coming in from the Corey videos, he gonna be like, all right, Corey, all right, man, look here. How do I do a Vlad voice? Let me see if I can do a Vlad impersonation.
All right, Corey, let me just tell you like this, man. Look, I'm making a lot of money over here, Corey. I'm making a lot of money. And I feel bad because I'm like robbing you, man. I'm robbing you of all the opportunity, man. So let's talk about what I can play you. Like straight up, let's talk about what I can pay you so that we can be on the same page. I'm banking it, Corey. And a lot of these guys don't know that I get this money, Corey. I got so much money, it doesn't make sense. I feel like I'm robbing you. How does he laugh? Let me think about how does Vlad laugh? I don't know how Vlad laughs. I'm just saying, Corey. I'm trying. Is that how his laugh goes? I'm trying to do it. I can't really do it. This nigga Vlad be in there talking like he got nasal congestion. And then he be trying to use slang. That's the shit that be killing me with Vlad when he be talking like, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh man, I don't know what you're saying. Talk like yourself. And then you got Aries over here, Aries, talking about he wants to get paid more. I'm like, fuck that shit, man. Fuck you, Aries. Yeah, you a bitch, Aries. It's like, nigga, shut the fuck up, man. You potato-faced ass nigga. Vlad face looked like he got on a catcher's mask. Vlad face looked like if you peeled it, a potato would come out. But yeah, he's making a lot of money off Corey. He's making a lot of money off Corey. And seen it coming. We already knew this was gonna happen. Anyway, all right, man. Look, I am about to get out of here. It is a beautiful Wednesday. Super hot in Minnesota. My AC's on. I got a fan literally right next to me just so I can stay cool. Otherwise I'll be in here sweating like a motherfucker. I did not cut my dreads. I thought I saw somebody in here ask if I cut my dreads off. No, I did not cut my dreads off. I just got on I got on one of these things right here. You know what I'm saying? Keeping them nice and fresh with the ointment on it. You know what I'm saying? We ain't cutting our locks. We ain't Jay-Z in it over here, dog. I don't get it, man. I don't get why everybody cutting they dreads off, man. Some of my favorite artists, not Jay-Z, but like people like Earl Sweatshirt, people like Mike, people, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm seeing people cut their dreads off. I don't understand what that is. I don't understand why it's an epidemic right now. Why niggas is cutting their dreads off. Did I miss a dreadhead meeting? Like, was there a dreadhead meeting that took place amongst all the dreadheaded niggas in the world and they just decided, hey, we just gonna start cutting off our dreads one by one? Why is niggas doing this? Is it because they not wanting to keep up with it? What is the deal? Like, I get it. Sometimes it's like, oh man, like when I'm sleeping, like it sometimes becomes an irritant, but it's like it doesn't make me want to cut my hair off. You know what I'm saying? Lou said DJ Vlad is from the town, the Bay Area Fizz movement. Yeah, Fizz dance. Yeah, look at me, Corey. Fizz dance. Do we do the fizzle dance? I'm from the Bay. I'm from the Bay. I pop my collar. I come down on the slab. You see me? I'm Vlad TV. VLAD. It's me. Rest in peace, Mac Dre, man. I remember some of my niggas put me on the Mac Dre back in high school, and I never turned back, man. I'm like, this nigga's got to be one of the most freeing artists of all time, just doing what the fuck he want to do and having fun with it. Shout out to Mac Dre. Scorpio says, Anton kept asking, let's get back to the conversation, but Corey didn't want to. And then he brought up Tyler Perry, what happened at Tyler Perry's house. Oh, interesting. He said Vlad kind of sounds like Barney.
I love you. You love me. We're happy at Vlad TV with the Jewish guy and a bunch of niggas too. Won't you make me money, fool?
Can't be mad at Vlad for too long. Vlad has been working the system, man. Vlad be over there talking to
So last year, a couple of years ago, the feds were at your house trying to find what they said was 2 pounds of cocaine. Is that true?
nigga. Stop asking me the police ask questions. And then they dumbasses be answering that shit. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? They tried to find it, but they couldn't find nothing. You know what I'm saying? I still had the whole shit in there. We partied that night too, nigga. I did like 85 lines. It's like, y'all niggas stupid as hell. Trill Bill said, what are your thoughts on Zoe's possible return? My thoughts are that it wouldn't be a bad idea. I know people are like, oh, well, you know, Corey said this and said that, but also you also got to remember the human aspect of it. We done got into it with some of our best friends, family members, done said some shit that we felt like we probably couldn't come back from because we tried to hurt somebody. But at the end of the day, man, I think that Zoe and Corey got a lot of love for each other. They spent a lot of time doing the show together, and I don't think that I don't think that the camaraderie is necessarily lost. The brotherhood might be lost, but I still think Zoe holds a great deal of respect for Corey. I also think that he has done a great job in not addressing a lot of the things that Corey has been through. When Zoe could be doing that, Zoe could be getting views off of just talking about situations that happened with Corey because of his close affiliation with Corey over the years, but he doesn't do that. So shout out to Zoe. And if he does come back, man, it'll be nice. I do think, you know, here's what I think would happen if Zoe returned. Corey would try to cut the tension in the room by bringing up certain things, or, you know, of course, Corey's gonna be like, you see how people try to do, they try to come, but that's one thing Corey's good at. He'll try to blame everybody else for shit that he does. You see how everybody tried to keep a rift between us, keep us beefing and try to say to this and me and Zoe and this. Well, look at us now, nigga. Look at us now sitting next to each other, nigga. You caused that. A nigga that will cause a problem and then act like everybody else is the issue is a fucking psychopath, in my opinion. Like, you say certain things, and then how people react to it is obviously their fault that it made the situation worse. No, it's not. He said that's Cosby. Oh, no. How do I do? Let me see. What's Cosby?
A cuckoo ka-choo, a cuckoo ka-choo. Yeah, they had me in the prison. I was there for a while. Then they told me that I couldn't access my Jello pudding. So I created a shank and I put it in my pants. And when I went to the cafeteria, I demanded my Jello pudding. And when I took out the 19-inch blade, I got the poking. The niggas didn't have my Jello pudding, so I got the poking. I remember one night, someone tried to take my booty. Did not go for that.
Bill was in there fucking niggas up.
You can't have my booty. Take my booty, I'll take yours.
Nigga. Imagine if Bill was in there taking niggas' booties.
Oh, you thought you had me.
That would be the most horrifying shit in the world. Nigga, you sleep in a cell and this nigga Cosby standing over you like
Nigga said a zip zop zoobity bop. Stand still.
Nigga. Bill Cosby was in there catching. But Marcel said DJ Quick will be considered a real DJ, not Vlad. Vlad did some DJ work back in the day, but his main thing is content. So it's like DJ Academics. You calling yourself DJ Academics when all you did was DJ a few parties in college and then started talking about the war in Chirac, nigga. Like cheek busting Bill Backdorian.
I don't have my Jell-O pudding, but I'm making some brown pudding tonight.
Oh shit! Let me stop, man. For Bill, go ahead and use his last bit of authority to go after it. I feel like if Bill was a trill nigga, he'd go after everybody that talked about him crazy before he died. Just use all his funds to just torment everybody possible.
What was the shit you were saying about me?
Trill said, at this point, I'll tune to see what Darlene is wearing. That's it. Darlene be on there trying to show them feet. Y'all should somebody should go on a Cameo and pay for a Cameo video of Darlene walking around barefoot and doing squats. Let's see if she'll do it. Sean Mims for the $4.99 in the super chat. Appreciate you, brother. He said Luenell just posted Sam Jackson was at the show. Yep. Sam Jackson definitely pulled up on her at her show, showed her mad love. Somebody who I know Corey has a lot of respect for, being Samuel L. Jackson. You know, that's why that is subjective, man. You say what you want about people, but I mean, I think if people pay more attention to the love they got, they wouldn't care so much about the hate. And because Corey cares more about the quote unquote hate, that's all he's really consumed by on his show. That's why he can't. I would be offended if I'm a fan of Corey. If I'm a fan of Corey and I support Corey, him talking about the people that don't like him or hate him all the time should be a slight to the people that support him. Corey rarely talk like he'll put it all in a group like, man, we got so and so, we got 10,000 people in the chat. You notice he ain't been saying that lately because the numbers been dropping a little bit. He ain't been bragging about the people in the chat. He was bragging about it after the Anton Daniels situation because it was still some traction there. But nowadays you can't. He's not really bragging about the numbers like he used to. The shit's been dwindling, man. And it's, I mean, change the subject matter. If that's the case, I don't know. Actually try to help people. Actually talk about some real topics. Actually have a sound, logical breakdown of something instead of it being incoherent. But yeah, shout out to everybody that hit the super chat today. Sean Mims, Lou Vega, I appreciate y'all. For those that want to show love to the GMS show, man, you can send a super chat or you can hit the Cash app that is going to be scrolling below. This is the Cash app. If you want to donate to the GMS show in a big way, you can hit the Cash app. That is the place that YouTube doesn't take half of what you send. So if y'all want to help a brother out, continue to keep pushing this channel forward, as well as trying to get some upgrades. We got to upgrade the spot, man. I know I look like I'm in a small sector, but I have a fairly big spot here, and I want to try to, do some things with it, kind of up the production in here. We get some lights in here again, line up on the wall, get some things over here, some things over there, probably get another banner. But we can only make that happen with the support of the folks who tune in to the GMS show. So if y'all want to participate or if y'all want to help out in a big way, y'all can hit the Cash app and it'll be much appreciated. Now, GMS fam in the green room, he said Eddie Murphy likes Darlene's cameo feet. Eddie Murphy. He said, yeah, Darlene, you got some good feet. I suck on them toes. I used to love trying to do Eddie Murphy's laugh back in the day. That's one of the funniest laughs in the world. How do you even develop that type of laugh, man? How does that laugh become so? It's such a distinct laugh. Like only one person in the world has that laugh, and it's Eddie Murphy. It's like an iconic laugh, bro. Who in the world has like really an iconic laugh? Like on top of already being an icon yourself, you have an iconic laugh. That shit's crazy, man. Shout out to Eddie Murphy. Scorpio said Corey do get a little jealous when Dee talks about the dude she dated with more money than him. That's why he be on her ass. Derek Rivers says Samuel L. must love comedy. He pulled up on Godfrey a couple months ago. Oh yeah, no. Samuel L. Jackson is a huge fan of stand-up comedy. There's so many people who will pull up to comedy shows and just be chilling and watching the stuff. Like I remember there was a comic. I forgot who the comic was, man. But Shamar Moore, I don't know if y'all saw that video. It was a viral video of this comedian sort of getting heckled on stage, but like in a fun way. And when the person got up and walked to the stage, he realized it was Shamar Moore, you know, the legendary actor and also Soul Train TV host. We not going to forget this nigga on Soul Train doing the most egregious moves of all time. But shout out to Shamar Moore. He pulled up and got on stage and was funny too. Like he got up, took the mic and was talking some shit, man. So shout out to that. It's a lot of people that really love comedy, a lot of celebrities, a lot of heavy hitters that will pull up to comedy shows and show support. And I fuck with that. I think that's dope as hell. But all right, I need to go roll up a joint and I will see y'all later. Shout out your city, man. Where are you tuning in from? Let me know where you are watching this live stream from. What city are you repping? I want to see in the comments, man. GMS fam, the green room, I appreciate every single one of y'all for pulling up today and showing love and showing out in the chat, participating, all that. Make sure you do your due diligence, man. Like this video if you haven't. Go in the comment section, man. Leave a comment when this video is over, man. Let's flood the comment section as well. Subscribe, hype this video. See the hype button? It don't cost you nothing. It don't take no time. All you got to do is click. That's all you got to do. Click. See the hype button at the bottom of the video? Click. That's it. Appreciate y'all. Shout out to everybody that sent the super chat. Shout out to anybody that sent the Cash App. If you did, I haven't even looked at my phone. I don't know if anybody did or not, but if you do at some point, shout out to Sean Mims. I see you now with the 5 in the Cash App. Appreciate you, brother. For those that are supporting, thank you. I'm gonna shout y'all cities out, man. Let's go ahead and get to the end of this show here, man. Where y'all from, man? Sacramento in the building. Sacktown in the building, Portland in the building, Indian Trail, North Carolina. Shout out to them, man. Vallejo, California. Shout out to you, Val. San Francisco in the building. Sucker Free City. I understand that. Whoa. He said Mataloni, Italy. Are you there on a trip or you live there, nigga? You tuning in to the GMS show all the way from Italy, bro? I got motherfuckers in Italy watching this shit. Holy! How hot is it in Italy right now? Macaroni Tony, Phoenix, Arizona in the building. My boy King Lukey, I know where you from. GMSville, appreciate you, brother. The DMV is in the building. Shout out to Trill Bill. Scorpio said, yes, you live there. Oh, shout out to you living out in Italy and tuning into the GMS show, man. I appreciate you, brother. Shout out to Scorpio Lou, man, all the way from Italy. I want to travel overseas. I just hate the fact that I will have to be flying for so long. I'm not a big flyer. I'm not that into airplanes like that. So I'm not very gung-ho on just hopping on a plane and taking a trip. But I am going to build up enough courage and drink enough tequila to be able to get on a flight to go overseas so I can try to experience something new. All right. I don't know where I want to go. I don't know too much about too many places, but I'm going to make it happen. All right. I'm going to make it happen. Shout out to Philly in the building. Lou Vega, he said, if you fly first class, it makes it better. I remember when I first flew, I flew on Delta Comfort Plus. I'm a big nigga, man. I'm a big nigga. I flew Spirit one time to go to Oregon. So when I was doing music, I got booked out in Oregon. I had 2 shows out there. I had a show in Portland. I had a show in Eugene, Oregon. So I flew out there, Spirit, man. We went from Minnesota to Las Vegas to Portland. And it was just these connecting flights. And I flew Spirit. And Spirit, they have no leg room. Nigga, I'm 6'5", 270. Do y'all know that my knees, if these are my knees right here, and this is the seat in front of me, my knees were on the seat. My feet weren't touching the ground because I didn't have enough extension to safely put my feet on the ground. My knees had to be planted on the back of a seat. And I flew like that for 3.5 hours, nigga. I'm so glad Spirit is gone. I know there was some niggas that was like, damn, Spirit, but I was like, yes. you niggas dented my knees, man. Fuck Spirit. That shit was horrible. So the next time I flew, I made sure to do Comfort Plus. And that was a great experience. Very great leg room, a big enough seat. I was comfortable. I also heard that when you fly overseas, you're a lot higher in altitude, so it's less turbulence and all that stuff. So it's a smoother ride. So hopefully we can do that, man. Y'all pray for me, man. Shout out to Philly in the building. Sumter, South Carolina in the building. Take her door. NYC. I see you. He said big old Ninja Cuddy was cramped up. Nigga, I was so mad. I was so mad. My knees was hurting, bro. And then the worst part about that was when we got to Vegas, nigga, I don't smoke cigarettes. I'm not a cigarette smoker. You'll never catch me putting tobacco, none of that. I don't fuck with it. I even strictly smoke papers because I don't want to smoke blunts. I don't want nothing to do with tobacco at all. And when we got to Las Vegas, they had a fucking, I see like this area, like this bar enclosed. Usually in certain airports, you know, everything is just out in the open, but it was enclosed and it kind of looked hazy. I'm like, what the fuck going on in there? Walked up and it was just a designated spot where people were smoking, like chain smoking cigarettes inside this bar and drinking. And I was going in there to try to get a drink so I can, you know, stomach the rest of this flight. I really don't like flying, but it was bad, man. It was bad. I did not fuck with that. I did not fuck with the Las Vegas airport. And then they got slot machines all through the airport. Like, it's like when you touch down, they want to take your money. Las Vegas is the most succubus city in America. You hop off a flight to slot machines. They really be on it in Vegas, man. I ain't gonna lie. Uncle Todd in the building. What's up, Todd? He said first class is the greatest. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna check it out. And for one time in my life, I'm gonna fly first class. I'm gonna fly somewhere I want to go. Straight up. He said you need a custom plane, man. Yeah, I'm sort of like Shaq in that regard because I like certain cars, fast cars, small cars. That's the funny thing about big niggas. Like a big nigga will see a Ferrari and be like, man, I want that, knowing damn well they can't fit, or like a Lamborghini or some shit like that. I love those cars. But I know that my stature don't cost for it. And I wish I had Shaq money because Shaq is the type of nigga that'll buy a Lamborghini and extend it by 5 feet and raise the roof by 2 feet and be good. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want that type of bread. You don't know how encouraged I was when I seen Shaq's crib episode for the first time. And this nigga started showing me Benzes and all sorts of shit that he custom made so that he could fit. And then the nigga's circular bed that can fit in most people's living rooms only, like like a bed that can only fit in a living room or the biggest space in your house. I was encouraged. This nigga said me and my wife sleep on this side of the bed and the kids sleep on that end of the bed, like this nigga was in 2 different cities. This nigga's bed was big as hell. I got Shaq aspiration. I do want to meet Shaq one day, man. I do. I think that's high on my bucket list to get a chance to meet Shaq. I'm gonna try to run a campaign, a social media campaign. Sometimes those things work. You just go on the internet every day, like, this is day 5 of me trying to meet Shaq. So I just want to reach out to Shaq and let him know he was one of my favorite players back in the day. I really loved when he was on Orlando. All the dunks he did, he broke a lot of backboards. He wasn't that good at shooting, but this nigga was there to make championships. And I appreciate Shaq, and we love Shaq, and he's a big nigga, and I'm a big nigga, and I'm encouraged by that. And I was very influenced by that. And I shout out to Shaq. Day 5, me trying to meet Shaq. niggas be on the internet doing that shit for real. I think I might do it just for the fun of it to see if it actually works. I just want to meet Shaq so I can go on tour with him and help him throw basketballs at hoops when he's on tour trying to be DJ. So remind me of that one Simpsons episode with the tall guy driving the small car. Shaq DJs and he has meet and greets. Yeah, if he comes out to Minnesota, I'm gonna try. I remember when he came out here for the Super Bowl. And everybody was like, man, Shaq was outside, bro. Everybody was meeting Shaq. I was like, fuck. I missed my chance. Zeb Fly says, Uncle Todd is the funniest corny ninja I ever heard. Shout out to Uncle Todd. Shaq is the greatest human you will ever meet. Shaq will go to Walmart and pay for people's stuff. Yes, I've seen so many videos of Shaq just randomly doing stuff for people. And I would be the same exact way, man. If I had them funds, if I had that type of disposable income, man, it would be hard for me not to go broke trying to do shit for people because I know I can. Because that, like, you in a certain position in life, you wish somebody could do that for you, or you wish you were be in a position to do that for somebody, and you know how much that will make somebody's day, like turn their whole mood around if you did something that simple. There's people out there, like I saw a video of this lady walking around the store. She only had like 3 things in her grocery cart, and this guy who was wearing the meta glasses was like, "Why you only got, a couple things, in your grocery cart?" She's like, "Well, I mean, this is the only stuff I can afford." He said, "Oh, okay, well, I want you to be able to get some more stuff." He pulled out $200 and gave it to her, and she was on the phone with her dad at the time. She immediately broke out crying, and you could hear her dad like, "What's wrong? What's wrong?" He's like, "This man just gave me $200. Like, it's even $200 to somebody could turn their whole mood around, could turn their whole day around." So I pray I'll get in a position one day where I can do that for people, man. I wouldn't be the type to ever be selfish with my money. Like, if I was to win the lottery tomorrow for like 800 million, do you understand? I'd be sending niggas in the chat $1,000 every other week doing like some sort of competition or something, or just giveaways, nigga. Like, it's just certain things that I want to do to be a certain light to people in society. And I think that's one of those things that Shaq does a great job of. Oh, anyway, I'm sorry. I'm sitting here rambling. Y'all got me still over here rambling. Y'all done shouted y'all cities out. We even got into another subject. GMS fam in the green room, I appreciate y'all. Much love. Shout out to everybody that supported in the super chat, all that in the chat today. Make sure when this video is over, make sure y'all hit that comment section. Let me know what y'all thought about today's live. I appreciate every single one of y'all. GMS fam, the green room, we are out.